Hello fish lovers and welcome to a new video of the series how to set up an aquarium for beginners. As you can see, this aquarium is doing great, the water is crystal clear, fish are healthy, plants are actually growing slowly because there is no CO2, but they are growing and doing just great. I have a new leaf right over there on that anubias. But now I'm going to show you how to do your first water change on your aquarium, and for that I'm going to use just a bucket, with a hose. You can use any hose, or you can buy a hose that you can clean the substrate for your tank from the pet store, but you can use any old hose that you have in your house. And as you can see, guys, I didn't use any chemicals for setting up this tank. I didn't use any bacteria that you buy from the pet store. You can do that if you like, but I never used chemicals and dechlorinators and other stuff, because I have great tap water here where I live. It comes from a mountain river. It's very clean. It's very good water, so I never had to use any chemicals, but you can do it if you really need to. But let's continue right now. So it's time for your first water change. When you do your water change for your aquarium, you do not have to change all the water in your tank. That will be a bad thing. It will stress out the fish. You can recycle your aquarium. It's best that you change the water for about, let me show you guys, about this level. Do not go more than half. Never go more than half. You can do a 50% water change if you have any problems in your tank, but be sure to use dechlorinated water. So I like to do a water change for about this line, maybe 1/3 of the tank, 25%, 20%, like so. I always put a finger here and watch. When the water goes down up to here, I'm going to stop and add the new water. And I never had any problems using this method. So for such a small tank, which is pretty far from the tap, I'm just going to use my bucket. But if you have a bigger tank, you're not going to go anywhere using a bucket. Your water change is going to take forever. Let me show you guys my big tank right here. You see, there is no way to do a water change with a bucket for this tank, and that's why I'm going to show you. Be sure to check my video out with my first water change for this tank. I am using a long hose for that, and the water change, it's finished really fast and easy, with no mess, no water on the floor. Let me just give you a quick safety advice, guys. When you're putting your hand into your aquarium or you want to change the water, be sure to stop any filter, power head, wave maker, and especially your heater. You just have to unplug the heater from the wall, because if the heater is exposed to air, it can crack or it can explode, because the heater is getting pretty hot and it needs water to cool down. So it's best to just unplug everything from the tank, even the lights if you're not sure, just to be on the safe side. And you don't want to be electrocuted, so this is the first thing that you have to do. So I'm going to do that right now. So after you're sure that you unplugged your heater and your filter and every accessory in your tank, you can use your hose. You put it gently in the water, and this is a great thing for this hose, because I said there's a pump here and I don't have to put my mouth here. and gently squeeze this pump and water will begin to flow just like that. And if you have a hose like this, you can clean the substrate just like this, but carefully not to suck any substrate down the bucket. So you can see it's very easy to do a water change for a small tank, and the water line goes down pretty quick, so we don't have to change a lot of water here. I don't know, maybe this bucket will be enough. And I'm doing a water change and cleaning my substrate all together now, which is awesome and time saving. Okay, the bucket is nearly full. So this is one bucket of water. I'm going to throw this away. It is a little on the yellow side because of the piece of driftwood over there. So I think that I'm going to remove maybe a little more water this time. Maybe half of this bucket. I'm just going to watch the level here and stop when I'm satisfied. Yeah, I think it's good now. I'm going to stop. I am using water straight from the tap, but you can use dechlorinated water if you like, or you can dechlorinate your water very easily. You just leave it for 1 or 2 days in a bucket with no lid, and the chlorine will evaporate out of the water. But I'm just using water straight from the tap, and I'm only heating the water because it's winter time and the water it's very cold. So now let's add the water gently to this tank. I think I'm going to add it right here over on top of the filter, just to spray the water gently down. Let me try and do that. It's best that you use a bucket with a lip here, like this. The water will channel down from here and not all over the place. But I did. I have to get some towels here because I did make a mess here. And this is why I hate bucket water change. Look at this. Anyway, let's continue. If your tank has a water line, be sure to add water just below the max water line and you're all set. And now we just have to put the lid back on. I'm going to have to clean up this mess over here, the water. And remember to plug in your filter and heater and any accessory that you have in your tank. And there you have it, your first water change. Mine was a little bit sloppy because I just pour water all over the place, but doesn't matter, it will dry out and the water is going to become clearer after a couple of hours. And this is it for this video, guys. Hope you have a great day and happy fish keeping. Bye bye.